Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness and another album review of Frost Life in the Wires. Before I get to this, though, a reminder the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote. Despite the fact I'm unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or a wheelchair at this time. So if this scooter malfunctions as it recently did, I will yet again be a fish out of the water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With all of this stated below the title of this video in the description, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this album, you will find a Spot Fund link. It is a fundraising link, and it is there to do a twofold project. Essentially, I am trying to, on one hand, refurbish my existing scooter, which is from 2019. It's 2024, so it is getting older and is in dire need of replacement parts. So that is a continuing process of ongoing refurbishing. In addition to that, however, in light of what recently occurred with my existing scooter, I have added a dimension to the fundraiser, and that is purchasing a new scooter as well to use as my primary. As alluded to, there were some problems with my existing scooter. I was actually without power to my existing scooter for roughly 2 weeks plus, I would say. Um, the battery charging mechanism had failed entirely. It needed to be replaced, and that and a few other parts needed to be replaced, and it severely depleted the fundraising amount. So I not only need to recoup those losses, but be able to obtain more parts that need replacing on this scooter, in addition to putting money aside for a new scooter as well. Those are my goals. I don't feel that they are unreasonable or unrealistic. I feel that they're logical in light of what just happened. During that 2 week time frame, I had to rely on family and friends to push me around my own home, severely limiting my independence as it currently is, in addition to really traumatizing me on a psychological level, knowing that I was that vulnerable, really, to my scooter malfunctioning, as it really hadn't occurred to me prior to that. So, with that stated, it is really imperative that I reach the target goal of the fundraiser, which I'm far from reaching, but I am optimistic. And I really feel that having a backup scooter and having a primary operational scooter is the most logical way to live my life at this point in time. And I feel that it would be an asset to have both within my home at my reach whenever the need arises. So, with all of that stated, please do what you can at the Spot Fund account below. Any and all contributions are welcome. You can even contribute anonymously, and even $5 or $10 helps out. Every little bit helps, and it all goes towards the ongoing refurbishing, as stated, of my existing scooter, as well as the acquisition of a new scooter as well, once I have the parts on hand to completely refurbish this scooter I'm currently sitting in. So, those are my goals, and I really just want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not already subscribed to Media Awareness, please subscribe to my channel and become part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Also, like and share and comment below. Let me know your favorite Frost album or your favorite Frost track. Um, I'm really excited to be holding this in my hand currently, as this album is really, really phenomenal. And I will get to all the reasons why in a moment. I'm not going to go through track by track as I typically do with these reviews, uh, because this is a concept album and it is on 2 discs. I'm going to show you the packaging. Though standard jewel case, as you can see. Sorry about the glare. And we have a really old-fashioned looking radio on the front, which is sort of the centerpiece of the concept of the album itself. And on the back, we have the track listing and assorted credits. You open up the jewel case, and here's what you have. You have the credits again on the one side along with the booklet, and you have disc 1 on the other side. I don't want to break this, so I'm going to show you this the best I can. We have the interior cover on the one side and the second disc on the other side. It seems like it's stuck, and I don't want to break the hinges on this plastic. So this album is truly a masterpiece in modern progressive rock. Um, it really, really is amazing. It's a concept album, as stated, and it tells a story. And I did a review, reaction actually, to one of the singles, and I had made a statement in that reaction that it seemed to me as if modern technology and the accessibility of us to basically reach out to people whenever we choose uh, is an asset in our society today, but it's also a limiting factor because it's just as easy to ignore those same people. Um, and it's really a lot easier to find yourself isolated or even isolate yourself for that matter in today's society as opposed to years ago. And our character in this concept album basically goes on this journey, and uh, there are these intermittent radio broadcasts, and he's basically searching for this radio, it seems. And it is a really, really spellbinding uh, experience to actually go through this album and experience the journey. And the tracks are really intricately composed. The musicianship on this album is really amazing. From the rhythm section, the drum and bass parts are really tight, to the guitar and keyboard interplay, the vocals. This album does not have a weak point. The lyrics are profound and they are very uh, topical, as far as I'm concerned, in terms of today's society and today's landscape in our modern day of instantaneous technology. And when I was listening to this album, I couldn't help but think back to the days when I used to listen to a radio at night in my room, when I'd be going to sleep, and just think to myself, at one point in time, this is all people had. They had themselves and a radio with music playing, and occasionally the DJ would come on and speak. And there were times when you felt like he was speaking or she was speaking to you. And it was a personal connection in a lot of ways for a lot of us. And this story is really, really epic in nature. It's really well deserved, and like I said, it is across two discs. Um, the album itself, one of my uh, colleagues, I guess you could say, or one of my contemporaries had pointed out that this album would benefit from being heard on four sides of vinyl, which I unfortunately do not have the ability to do due to my disability, which is fine. I'm happy with the CD itself and or CD set, and I'm able to actually divide it up in my head as far as segments go. But it's basically divided into four acts really, and those four acts comprise this epic story and this journey that we're on with our main character. There is a really definitive way to follow the story, and yet there are points, certain songs I feel benefit from standing on their own. With that stated, though, there is a great, great chemistry between all these musicians, and the lyrics really do a great job in connecting parts throughout the story itself. And I, I can't get over the incredible and unique musicianship on this album. This album by Frost, Life in the Wires, doesn't sound like anything else out in the musical landscape today, even in the progressive rock field. This is unique in and of itself, and a work of art. And I have my top countdown for 2024 coming up on New Year's Eve, and it's going to be difficult this year. I actually had to expand to a top 20 from my top 10. That's how many great albums came out this year. And this album is going to be on that list, I guarantee it. But with that stated, this album itself really, I mean, it's a nice escapism as well to put on and just let your mind wander. Let your mind go into the main character and go on his journey. And it really, in our modern landscape of, the world being what it is with war and starvation and, natural disasters occurring and unnatural disasters occurring. There's a lot to be said for clean and fresh and healthy escapism. And this album can bring that to you, the listener. And I feel, for me, it's the medicine that I really needed at this point in my life, especially after losing my dog recently, Canine, and just everything else that's been occurring in my personal life, in my public life. There's a lot to take in and to digest, and Life in the Wires is really helpful to me And I feel that it is a great album to not only heal, to not only help us along in a difficult time, but it's also a great album just to put on and jam out to and experience the brilliant lyrics, the incredible vocals, the outstanding musicianship, and you have it all in this package of two CDs. Of course, it's available on vinyl as well, in addition to MP3 download, and it is available to stream for those of you who prefer that as well. But I really recommend owning this in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, I have it in CD. This is my first Frost CD ever. It's, like I said, it's a work of art, and if you are a fan of any type of rock music and classic rock music, don't miss out on Frost. Life in the Wires. This album is definitely worth having. It is clocks in at roughly 85 minutes, but it's spread across two discs, and it really doesn't wear on the listener at all. It it's all segmented well. It's all paced very well. You have your highs, your lows. As far as the production goes, it is produced phenomenally. You have some great dynamic range in the mix, um, and you have incredible precision performances, as stated numerous times during this review. I can't get over how good these performances are. I really can't. They are just top notch on this album. So do yourself a favor and pick up Frost, Life in the Wires, in your choice of formats, and wherever music is sold, and you will not be sorry. This is Rob with Media Awareness. I really, really am pleased to have been able to bring you this review with the CD in hand and packaging, etc., and playing in the background softly, so that way, hopefully, my video does not get flagged, and hopefully, you guys will go out and pick this up in some way, shape, or form, however you desire. Once again, a reminder the fundraiser continues. Please do what you can. Any and all help us welcome. Even $5 or $10 helps out, and you can even contribute, as I stated, anonymously. And I really, really would love to have your help with my goal and meeting my goal. I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.